BD5 Pilot with you, back for round 2 at the Hillsboro hangar on this Sunday. I'm happy with the work I've been able to do with fitting that engine and looking over the cooling system considerations. And I'm back to working on that canopy latch system that I did earlier, a video on the Hartwell latches. I've done some further cleaning work with these latches and have the mechanism working even better than it did. This one's the really easy one to use, so this is going to be the one that gets hooked up to the cable. This one's a little more stiff, so this will have the direct connection with the push rod so that I make sure I'm not overstressing components. I've supported the canopy with those packing blankets so that I can remove one of the arms, and I've used it as my template so I can measure this other arm, because I have to take the raw arm that was sent to me and then cut it to size. So I make an exact duplicate dimension wise, and then I'll push those bushings back in, and then I'll have the little notch there so it'll recess around where the Hartwell latch is and close over it. So I'll be back with some more videos on how this is going. And with the bushings back in place and bolted back in, the unit appears to close just fine, and then give me that clearance I'm going to need for the latch itself. So now we'll move on and do the other side. Okay, I have the other arm completed. So now both of those are ready to let me proceed. And of course gives me the clearance for that Hartwell latch. So now I'm making a few measurements. I'm going to make those little sills. So my next step is to bend some 25 thousandths and make those. Now to work on those sills. So I've got my first piece cut about 26.5 inches long, and then I'm starting to taper the aft end of it. But then now what I need to do is make the little notches for the spring clip for the gear, and then there's going to be a little notch there. And then once I get that all figured out, I'll make sure that the fit coming down over the top is such that it doesn't try to grab your hand and make a mockery of that. So here goes to trimming. I do always hope I can get more done than I end up getting done in a day, but there we go. I've got the right side fitted, and then now I have to just drill that up to 1/8 inch, countersink it, and get the other one prepped so I'm ready to put both in at the same time, because I'm going to pro seal both of those in. Then I can get to drilling the holes for the Hartwell latches. But now I can rest my hand against this when getting in the aircraft without tearing the crap out of my top of my hand. Well, I'm really happy with what I was able to get done this weekend, making sure that engine fits and seeing how all the components are actually going to fit better than anticipated is really, really good news. So I'll be back here next weekend to finish up the latching system for that canopy, and then at that point I think I'm going to set everything back into the aircraft and take another weight. Now with that engine sitting where I've got it, I can determine where the battery is correct to put right there close to CG point, or do I need to mount the battery further aft or further forward? And then I've got the auxiliary battery I can use, so I can play with a few things to get my weight and balance in a good estimated area. For now, I'm going to be out, and I'll see you all next week. Thanks for all your support. BD5 Pilot.